Thanks for coming back. That was an interesting chat about MS. Hopefully, if you're a pool player, you can head out to JT's or Ollie's this weekend and support the MS Society. Now we are being Volunteer Week. We're going to speak to some volunteer coordinators. We have Lisa Manili and Tanya Noble, and they work in two different locations, but they work very closely together. So let's get right into the nuts and bolts of things. Lisa, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Where is it that you work out of? Where's your
I'm
position?
at St. Thomas Elgin General Hospital.
Okay, and what kind of things do you do there?
So my role is to orient new volunteers, recruit and orient new volunteers, all the interviewing process I have to do, and put them out into the different areas of the hospital, just whatever position best suits them.
How many different volunteers in the hospital are there?
There's 200.
Wow.
Yeah, and all patient care areas, clerical areas, and then I am responsible for several teams that support the hospital off hours and different capacities.
So would the candy stripers be under your reign?
They're no longer candy stripers.
No such thing?
No such thing. I have students. I have young students. Typically, they volunteer and emerge because it's after hours and on weekends. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. And Tanya, you are out at the County of Elgin for the homes and senior homes. Right. How is that different from the hospital? Do you basically the same thing?
We do similar volunteer positions. We have 3 locations. So we're in Dutton at Beaubier Villa, at Elgin Manor in St. Thomas, and at Terrace Lodge in Elmer.
Okay.
And so we have different positions at the home.
How many different volunteers do you have out at those 3 homes?
We're up to close to 300 volunteers.
Well, yeah. I think that really says something about our area when you can have 500 volunteers between, call it 4 locations, really.
That's right.
That's
it's
pretty
really
incredible.
extraordinary. It's wonderful.
Now, do you find it hard to get volunteers to come out to do different things? Is that a tough thing to do?
I typically don't. I'm in a fortunate position as lots of volunteers come and they find out they want to come to the hospital, so I don't find that too difficult, to be honest. Yeah.
Now, with the layoffs in the area, I know things are turning around and getting positive again, and
sure
things are happening here, and maybe that'll change the way the volunteers come. But have you found that increased the numbers of volunteers that either of you wanted to?
Yeah, it did for me, absolutely. I had a lot of retraining people who went back to college, so they wanted to find out whether healthcare was for them. So it was a wonderful opportunity to just see what the hospital was all about, because jobs that they didn't know existed, they came and volunteered and found a little bit more, and to just give them something else to do. They'd been at home and they just got a little, beyond where they wanted to be, and they wanted to get out and meet people again, and that was wonderful for them to come.
And it's a great way to do it and help the community at the same time. And Tanya, same thing with you?
Yeah, we've had an influx, I'd say, over the last few months with people coming in. I think people are wanting to retrain, like you're mentioning, and people are wanting to get out and meet people, and they're really a great resource to a certain degree because they're really wanting to get out there and see what other opportunities there are, and they're really wanting to give back as well. It's an opportunity for them to come in and help others at the same time. So.
Good. Now, do you recognize your volunteers somehow throughout the year?
Oh, we sure do. Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well, actually, this Wednesday is our volunteer recognition banquet at the senior center. So there's 150 volunteers that are invited to a sit-down dinner. So we do that. Training is another form of recognition, and I do an education session once a year for those types of for training opportunities, which recognizes. So I do that.
Okay. Is there different insurance coverage needed when you have a volunteer on site working with you? Do you have to?
They're covered under just like a regular employee.
The regular insurance plan.
Right.
Now, with the kids, do you have many kids that come out? They need 40 hours of volunteer service each year. Do you find a lot of kids wanting to come out and do that kind of stuff? Why are you smiling?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Well, there are, a lot of the teenagers are wanting to come out and get their volunteer hours, so a lot of times it's kind of last minute. They're wanting to get out there, but it's great for, especially, and I'm sure you find the same thing with a lot of the seniors, it's nice to have the young people in the home, and we make sure that we try and find opportunities for them.
Do you have any, with the homes in the hospital, are there any volunteers that bring animals in to associate with the clients?
Not at our center as much. So, but
Tanya, you?
We do, and at one of the homes we actually have an on-site dog that's at one of the homes. But yeah, I've had quite a few people in recent months come in with their dogs, and the residents really enjoy that. And it's nice for the volunteers to share that.
Okay, well, we had a little flag raising here. We want to watch a little bit of video for just a few seconds here.
Yeah.
Let's watch this on the monitor. We can see here volunteer.ca. Oh, we've gone black. Well, we can keep talking. I'm here. All right. So do you have a need for people right now? Do you have is there space available for people?
We
to
always
volunteer?
have a need. I like to have a general, like a steady influx of people because it's much easier to find appropriate homes for them.
Okay.
That's what I prefer.
Well, we'll show the video in the end here at the
Yeah.
bumper then. All right. Oh, we've got it going up here now. Ladies, thank you very much for coming in today.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank
All right.
you.
Appreciate that. We'll just finish up here watching this. We're going to go to break. Stay with us. We'll be back with more news here on Inside Elgin.
This program is brought to you by the following sponsors: